When did the meeting start?
5:30.
Just for the record, can you say spell your name? And where do you live?
My name is Kathy Little, KathyLittle, and I live at 5307 Kane Run Road. And I live across the street from the power plant. I am a member of the Sierra Club and also a neighbor of the power plant.
So we've been here for about 15 minutes. What have you heard so far?
So far, I've heard pretty much why, as far as why they can get an increase, statutes, etc. Some of the reasons that, I guess the public comes up with that they can't really do anything about those reasons or situations. So I think he's pretty much explaining the process.
How frustrating is it? I'm sure nothing you can say would get you to say, oh, okay.
Yeah,
increase my rates.
it is frustrating. And the reason being is that I live across the street from the power plant and about 200 yards from a landfill, a coal ash landfill. And those landfills weren't really prevalent up until, clean air standards came in effect probably in the 90s, something like that. And so then they had to do something with the substance. The substance just doesn't disappear. It doesn't go out into the air, so therefore it falls down into the scrubber. From the scrubber they dump it into some type of a mixture, and they throw it over into a landfill, and they throw it, and they throw it, and they throw it, until you have thousands of acres of this substance. My concern is this. I feel like they should be thinking more on the lines of clean energy versus continuing to fix or to put pollution controls on old power plants. What it merely does is it just causes more of this ash, of this fly ash and bottom ash, and more landfills. So people that aren't affected now will probably be affected in the very near future. The American Lung Association says now that 50% of the children live near or close enough to be affected by this type of thing. My concern is if they want to up the rates, and certainly I'm not for that at all. I think they ought to eat it, myself. But if they raise them a bit, take that money and put it toward something for a renewable future for our kids, for our environment, etc.
Is it, obviously nobody likes to hear rate hikes, especially with the economy. Can you kind of touch on that? Frustration.
It's a bad situation, and I think this year that they did better this year than they did last year, from what I could see. And in their environmental area, they did say that pretty much basically they have these issues. They have these landfills that are leaching into the river, etc. And they did not deny liability. So if they're not denying liability, well, then maybe they felt like they might be liable, or others may consider them to be liable. So I'm thinking that no, I don't think they should raise rates. Basically, they know that there was a possibility of this situation up to 20 years ago, if not longer. So, and they just sold the company off last year in November. So I'm sure that they sold the company off, with those issues. Hey, this is coming up and this is going to affect you. So why should they hit us? Why should they hit, people like us? We pay with our health. We pay an extraordinary price anyway over there. But people all over, the city and the county, they pay quite a bit too. So